In the digital age, customer expectations are high, and e-commerce retailers are under immense pressure to deliver seamless, personalized, and efficient shopping experiences. NTT Data's recent innovation in the retail sector and retail practice with Synthphony steps in to make user experience more effective and user-friendly. With the launch of this retail practice, NTT Data aims to redefine the future of e-commerce by empowering consumers with the tools that offer more intuitive shopping experiences that not only drive sales, but also builds lasting customer loyalty and protects their data. I got invited to the launch of Synthphony and had a chance to speak with CEO Alan Turnley-Jones and Tony Nugent, who's the retail practice manager for the Middle East and Africa. And this was my conversation with them. Alan, hi, good morning. Congratulations on the event this morning. Now, for those who do know who you are, you've been at the helm of this business, previously known as Dimension Data and now called NTT Data. You've been at the helm for a good couple of years. What is your secret to success, Alan?
Thanks very much for having me today. Really looking forward to the conversation. So, secret to success is, I think, just to be absolutely passionate about the business, the people in the business. I've been here 25 years, just over 2 years in the helm, and we're a people's business. And even though we're in IT and a lot of things we talk about, but we're a people's business. As a leader, be in tune with the people, connected to the people.
Tell us a bit more about the name. What inspired the name change?
I think, NTT acquired us in 2010. We've been part of the NTT family for 14 years. And it was really, looking at the assets around the world and just how do we, harness the capabilities, the richness, the depth of experience that we had. And, we had some confusion with our clients because we were Dimension Data, but also NTT. So the time was right. We're a global company, 150,000 people around the world. It was just right to change the name, embark on the new journey, set course with new directions, and leverage the new capabilities. And with that, we became NTT Data.
What's happening this morning? Clearly something great is taking place.
Absolutely. So today we launched our Synthphony suite. It's a number of digital assets that we have as part of the organization. Today was really much focused around the retail sector. So, we are, as an organization today, we're not just a system integrator, but we've now got deep industry vertical expertise and experiences and offers. We're able to talk to our retail clients today about not just the networks of the past, but about, solutions around loyalty, merchandising, warehousing. So very excited about, these assets that we've now gained access to as NTT Data.
Wonderful. Alan, tell us a little bit more about conversations that you typically have with other business leaders. As digital transformation advocates and consultants ourselves, we tend to see that there's a lot of pushback in business. The pace of change doesn't really take place at the pace we would all appreciate. In as far as you're concerned, and the conversations you are having with leaders around innovation, digital transformation, and change, what is your take on the status that business leaders are in, and how is the company helping them?
Yeah, I think your observation is spot on. I think that there's a growing frustration in industry about time to value. I think some of the challenges our industry, the IT industry, has had is these long projects that it takes a lot of time for the value to be recognized in the business. So the conversations I've had in the lead up to the launch today with a number of CIOs, in this case in the retail spaces, Alan, how is NTT Data going to ensure that we go faster? How can we ensure that the value that we need in our business that's going to help differentiate us, is going to come and be available tomorrow and not next year? So I think that's the challenge that they throw out to me on a continuous basis. How do you make us go faster?
Great. And now I will get in trouble if I don't ask you this next question. How does NTT Data approach supporting small businesses in as far as enterprise and supply development is concerned?
I think it's an incredibly important area for us. So we've got a team that works on this. So, we're operating in the South African market, and in fact, across the whole of Africa. We look at ways in which we can develop small partners. We've got a program that onboards them. And then we look at ways in which we respond to, requests for proposal or tenders from our clients, and how do we embed those partners, in each of those deals. So developing those organizations. And if you look at our history, there's a number of organizations that, started as SMEs that are now competitors. And it gives me a lot of pleasure to see that, because I know that we've been part and parcel of their development and their growth, through the years.
Great work indeed. That's obviously much of that is required in this country in terms of, just shifting the economics at least of this country. And more than that, really just balancing out, generating and creating employment and so forth. Alan, one last question. What is next for NTT Data?
So there's a couple of things next for NTT Data. I think first and foremost, you'll see us show up more and more with our own digital assets, our own IP. I think the Synthphony suite, which we launched today, is the first part of that. So we're going to continue to ensure that we digitize our offers. That's going to help us go faster and address that client sort of request. Alan, let's go faster. We're going to continue to invest in the country. We spoke about sort of SMEs and QSEs, but we also have South Africa as a delivery center to the rest of the world. So we're bolstering our teams in Johannesburg and Port Elizabeth. They deliver services into North America, into other parts of the world today. That creates jobs. So that's very exciting for us. And I think we're going to continue to invest in industry. So one of the shifts you'll see is us become far more relevant in specific industries. So not your traditional horizontal system integrators, I'd call that, but in retail, in financial services, in manufacturing, etc. We're going to build out depth of experience.
Exciting times ahead, Alan. I wish you, the team, the company, all the best. And we look forward to continue seeing the business doing what it does in order to help, stakeholders, clients, partners to really be able to participate in the economy. Tony, hi. Thanks for joining us and for giving us your time this morning. We know you guys are busy, obviously taking Synthphony out. And congratulations. I trust that the event went well. For those who don't know who you are, please introduce yourself and tell us what you do for NTT Data.
Okay, my name is Tony Nugent. I'm the head of the retail vertical practice within NTT Data for the Middle East and Africa region. So my role really is to bring together all of our services and make them relevant to the retail sector, and then to work with the retailers to see how we position those services.
In layman's term, Tony, what does Synthphony truly do and how does it help its clients?
So Synthphony is a set of products that have been developed globally by NTT Data. It's basically a platform of solutions that have been built and proven elsewhere in the world. It has multiple industry vertical flavors, but the flavor we've been focusing on today is the retail flavor. And the benefit it brings to customers is that there is a whole suite of products that have already been built. So time to value, time to market is much reduced from building stuff from a custom. And also our customers can look and see reference case studies of where that same technology is being deployed elsewhere in the world and see that there really is some business benefit that can be generated from it.
What size businesses are we talking about?
Well, some of the customers that Synthphony has globally in Europe, for example, would be Repsol, which is one of the biggest what is the biggest fuel and convenience store retailer in Europe, and also some of the biggest retailers in Europe use components of Synthphony as well. So we're talking large global retail organizations. Another example would be Total Energies, where we are rolling out our Synthphony solution for their whole Africa and Latin America businesses.
Synthphony is one of the first brands, one of the first offerings, if I'm not mistaken, that's coming out of the new brand that is NTT Data. How is the market? How are clients receiving, and partners especially? How have they welcomed this new offering?
Yeah, I think we've had a number of engagements with different retail CIOs in South Africa to present Synthphony already. And I think it's getting a good response because it's not a kind of monolithic platform like some of the old ERP solutions are. It very much is a componentized solution. It's very much focused on, I think, where the priorities for retailers are, which are digital innovation and customer experience. And it's focused on delivering very rapid returns in those specific areas. So I think the CIOs are looking at it and saying, we have a big application architecture, but around the edges, we could improve innovation and we could improve customer experience. And that's where Synthphony fits in very, very clearly.
Because customer preferences, customer behaviors are always evolving over time, what else do you guys have planned for Synthphony, obviously without giving away too much? What else is next for the company and for this particular offering?
Yeah, I think the generational AI component of Synthphony is already there, and there are a number of use cases where it has been deployed. But I think really the sky is the limit. If you build that intelligence in underneath all of these other platforms and start optimizing the way the platforms work through having generational AI capability. I think that is where we'll see the underlying technology of some of these solutions will more and more incorporate Gen AI, and I think that will only add to the innovation, add to the benefit to our customers.
Tony, thanks again for your time, and we wish you guys all the best with this new product.
Thanks very much for the opportunity. Cheers,